All right. Welcome back to the Slice, people. I stayed up late last night watching my boys, the Canadians, go Canada, we're in the red, take out Russia in the ATP Cup semifinals. Felix and Shapo stepped up big time, especially in the doubles, and got it done. So we're in their first ATP Cup final ever for Canada. This is the third installation of it only, but still, it's a big move for these young guys and for the tennis nation of Canada. So we're going to talk about the matchup with Spain, why the ATP Cup maybe hasn't had as much hype this year, and we're actually not going to talk about the Djokovic drama going on because I'm going to leave that for our upcoming Sasha and Steven show with Sasha Osmo after the Djokovic verdict on Monday. Does that make sense? I hope you understand. Let's get into this ATP Cup final preview and how our boys beat the big bad Russians, who are looking very good. I go fair. You know what I mean? I can coming at you from the Delray Beach Open Miami Open on the grounds.
Hey, Novak. I don't make me hungry.
We are here with the man, Milos Raonic.
Welcome to the Slice.
Welcome to the show, people. Thank you guys for being here. How are you? Have you been okay during all this crazy time with the Djokovic drama? It's been absolutely nuts, and it's been very hard to keep track of. I've got a great kind of handle of the information now, and like I said, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for that info. Thank you guys for your support. Join our Patreon. Our goal is to get to 300. Are you going to be one of the 300? We're already on our way there. Join the Patreon, and you can get access to exclusive content and the ability to send in questions for us to ask the pros when we interview them. I'm proud of our boys. Like I said, the ATP Cup has not been as hyped this year because there's no Djokovic, no Nadal, no Federer. He's never actually played in it. But there just doesn't seem to be as much hype around it. It's kind of, because the offseason is not as long. But when you're thinking about the Canadians, there's a lot of hype around it now, especially because the Canadians had to come through what I considered the group of death. Germany, Great Britain, and USA, all great teams. And Canada, historically the least tennis nation out of the four group of four, they come through. So that gets me hyped. And I'm thinking, okay, they're playing Russia. Shapovalov and Felix are both ranked a lot higher than Safiullin, who has been playing amazingly, who's had a breakout. Another Russian breakout story. Pretty crazy. And then, Medvedev might beat them, which happened. And then it's going to come down to the doubles. And Felix and Shapo have played together a ton. They know how to do it. That's how it works. Shapovalov beat a very good Safiullin, who, according to Shapovalov, is playing like top 10, top 15 level. I'd say that's pretty accurate based on what I saw with my eyes. Pretty amazing tennis from the Russian. Shapo grinding out wins, which is great to see because, a lot of times if he does not playing his best level, it can get ugly. But he's been finding ways to win, even though he's definitely not playing his best yet. He's still trying his new racket. If you didn't know, he's playing with the Yonex E-Zone now instead of the V-Core 95, which he said the change is helping him with more control, which is definitely probably a good thing. Medvedev beat down on Felix. It was 6-4, 6-0, whatever, bagel time, unfortunately. Felix's serve really wasn't able to do any damage against Medvedev. That was a huge problem for him. First serve only won 63% of those. Second serve only won 31% of those. So Medvedev standing super far back clearly affected Felix. But, Medvedev's arguably the best player in the world right now, especially on these hard courts. He's tough customer. So we go into the doubles, and, Felix starts a bit nervously, kind of comes in with his tail between his legs. Felix, obviously, I love Felix and Shapo. They're like my guys. This is like, Canadian wonder childs. And Felix, I feel like he almost like is so, he's very strong mentally, or he's very in control of his emotions on the court. And I feel like sometimes he gets a bit too wound up. Like he just took a loss to Medvedev. Didn't love that, obviously. And he never really let that steam off. And the commentators were kind of saying, maybe it's good. He should just yell, like kind of like blow off some steam because he's not playing great. And then that first set, Russia takes the first set because of some nervous play from Felix, and then the Russians were also just playing very well. Felix started to really feel himself in the second set, and the boys started to glue, and then they started to make some headway into the Russian and kind of get them off their game a bit. They actually had a cool time where they sat down at one of the changeovers and said, let's stop avoiding Medvedev, because they were going at Safiullin the whole time, but Safiullin was playing like amazing. He was like great volley, super strong from the baseline. Like, let's just go at Medvedev because it's not really going to make a difference now, and it'll help them not see or anticipate where we're going to go. Love that move, that little change up of strategy there from the Canadians. Smart guys thinking on their own. The coaches weren't saying that. They just talked about that themselves. And then by the end of the second set, we started to find a rhythm. Felix made some great volleys. Shapovalov also made some great volleys. In the tiebreaker, Felix makes an insane drop volley and gives this face, the stank face. I'd love to see what's your guys' if this was a meme, what would you caption it? Because it's like, yeah, we're here. We're taking this. So, yeah, they broke to go to win the set. And then they took that momentum into the tiebreaker and got it done. Great win. Great win for the Canadian boys. Great win for Canada. So, ATP Cup, like an ATP Cup victory for Canada would be sick. It's like the Davis Cup, I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't think Canada's ever won it. I know they were in the ATP Cup or the Davis Cup final in 2019, the Canadians lost to Spain. Now they're playing Spain again. So Spain's route here has been a lot easier, actually. They came from a very easy group. They had Chile, Serbia without Novak, and Norway. So they're the obvious favorites. They don't have Rafa on their team, so they have Pablo Carreño Busta, Roberto Bautista Agut, Davidovich Fekina, and Martinez. So a little bit more of a well-rounded team. But looking at this matchup, I see no reason why Canada can't win. Both of their singles players, Canada, Felix and Dennis, are ranked higher than both of Spain's and Pablo Carreño Busta and Bert RBA. They're ranked 19 and 20. I think Felix is 11 and Shapo's 14 in the world. So basically what it comes down to, I think, is that I can see a sweep either way. Shapo and Felix have higher top levels than either PCB or RBA. It's like acronym city over here. But RBA and PCB, seasoned veterans, have higher bottom levels than the Canadian boys, who can be very hot or pretty cold. So the Canadians need to play well. I think they could win both singles matches. That would be awesome. I can see them also both losing the single matches, unfortunately. So really hard to predict this one, but I am unbiasedly backing the Canadians to win. I think they got more firepower, and I think they are hungry for this title. Does it count as like a trophy, like a title, if Felix wins this ATP Cup? Like, is that it? Because he hasn't won a title yet. Is this his first title? Probably not, because it's technically a team event. But it would be awesome, and it would be a great start to the Canadian season. So I'm backing the Canadians. Who do you think's got it? Also, Djokovic drama. Stay tuned. Like I'm saying, after Monday, we'll get Sasha Osmo in the studio, and we will do an SNS show, and it's going to break down everything. There's so much going on. It doesn't feel like we're living in a real world, does it? I know. It's crazy. So anyways, that's been the Slice on the ATP Cup. If you're from Canada, subscribe to the Slice. Follow me on Twitter. Djokovic News. If you want to follow me on Twitter, every single day I'm posting about that, kind of keep everyone informed on the news that I'm hearing, that I'm seeing on there. So follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and make sure you subscribe here on the YouTube channel to not miss future updates about anything tennis related, especially the Canadian players on the tours. We've got it locked down. Thanks for being here, guys. Let's go Canada. I'm unashamedly biased. Let's go Canada. First ever ATP Cup victory for us. Let's go.